Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Making sure stream is live. It is. Here we go. We're still a little early. Oh, that's a bit of delay. Just dropping the announcement in the socials real quick. In case anyone is wondering why there's no music, I couldn't figure out the audio mixers, so I just turned the music off to avoid copyright. Alright. So this is my first stream. I am still learning, so please be patient. Everything looks good. Twitch chat is showing up on my other screen. Here we go. So I figure Oblivion Remastered is a good first stream kind of game. I can really take it at my own pace, pay attention to chat, assuming anyone even shows up. Here we go.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of oblivion,
looks old in this version
beyond
of the
which
game.
no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land.
I'm just gonna skip this. Pretty much everyone knows how this goes. Alright, now, I have a very specific plan for how I want to do this. Or rather, what I'm going to do with the character. We are going to be an orc. Oh? What was that sound? Oh. Hello, Tyrazak. First follower. You're just in time to see me square this orc. Is my chat widget not working again? Alright, one moment. Troubleshooting. Alright, I'm just gonna have to pull up the chat over here. I will troubleshoot the chat widget on my other screen later. For now, let's see what we can do about making this orc more square. That's not the one. Okay, yeah. Let's start with the forehead. Okay, solid start. That is a brick for a noggin. Now we need to do, well, the rest of the head. Let's see, jaw. Little less wide. Oh, he turned into a frog for a second there. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. The orc is very cubic, yes. We will be attempting to square him further. Let's see. Bring the lips up a little bit. I think the nose needs to be flatter. He's already got a head like a warhammer. Perfect. Let's see. Probably need to bring the mouth in. Yeah, no, these aren't helping. These sliders do not help with what I am attempting. That one does. There we go. Oh, he looks kind of sad. Oh well, we're gonna make him more square. A little more forehead. Oh wait, a little less forehead. There we go. Oh, that's not right. Neither is that. Yeah, let's just keep that at 0. Oh, jeez. Oh, we got someone else. New follower? Where is the... Oh, hello, Gremlenny. Sometimes moderation is required on the path to absurdity. I'm not sure I would call this moderation. This orc looks very unsure of this path. Hello, Gremlenny. We are attempting to cube this orc. I might need to employ a glitch on the forehead to make this actually work here. Okay, so I think 21 works? No. 22 then? No. Did they patch this out? He is gonna be thunking in cubes. His POV is just gonna be Minecraft. Okay, I think they patched out this particular glitch. Yeah, they patched it out. Yeah, he does have that look to him. If only I could get that lower lip to pull in just a little bit. Or no, just increasing the overbite a little, just a smidge helps. Let's see. Blue eyes, just for contrast. Bethesda does once in a while patch a glitch, and just as often they unpatch it by fan request. See, I feel like he needs to be more green. That looks about right. That feels about right. Yeah, it used to be on the sliders, if you were to like max it in one direction and then find very specific, and then manually set it to very specific values and click this, it would reduce the number shown here by 1, but in reality you have exceeded the limit on the slider. Oh? No, that didn't work. I don't think. No, it has not. Okay. Ah! Okay, it worked. The glitch is still there. Oh god, his head is 4-dimensional. He's thinking in 4D. Oh dear god. Okay, I just need to do that the other way, I suppose. uh, just need to find the right number, I guess. Yeah, yikes. Nope, that doesn't work. Now I'm determined, now that I know it works, and that is unfortunate. Okay, you know what? Let's just start, like, low and then just start going up incrementally. I don't know what defines, like, the value it has to be to actually work. But, like, it's only some numbers, and I do not know why that might be. $44 does not do it. $45? No. 46? No. If anyone in chat has insight, I'm all ears. So I can do it like the small way, but I can't seem to do it the way I need to. That's annoying. The arrow item dupe from the original Oblivion. I'm not sure I know about that one. I knew about the scroll duplication glitch at one point, but I never used it. This is probably boring to watch for a first stream, huh? So if I do this and I do -22, it works. Right? No? That's how it worked before. Okay. Maybe my execution's off. Oh, that's fair, yeah. Arrows are just convenient to have a lot of. So it seems they've partially patched this glitch. It does not seem to be consistent anymore. So I guess this is about as square as we're likely to get. So maybe I can... If I reduce that a bit, it does increase the squareness some. That is a head like a brick. Chin should be flatter, though. Little less wide. Now let's go full wide on the chin. Nope, forward is not the right play. I'm really just slamming sliders back and forth and seeing what makes them more square. Yes, he does look like his skull had a disagreement with a large blunt object at a young age. And the blunt object lost. If this noggin meets a shield, the shield will break. I get a strong feeling on that. What kind of hair should we put on this? Not a bandana. We could give him the math teacher. Imagine you show up in high school or middle school to math class and this is what's standing by the whiteboard. He looks like Voldemort, yeah. I flattened the nose to clean up this line. Just so it was a nice smooth brick. That's orcish. I mean, everything about him is orcish. He's an orc, but still. Kind of feeling like this one suits him. Proudly displays the brick he has for a skull. Not pale enough to be that nerd. I'd trust him. His head is a 90-degree angle. Yeah, this guy's an ace at geometry. Hold on. I need to... Now I need to make sure he has the high... Yeah, double check that he has the high intelligence origin. This is a well-educated orc. If you can't trust a man with a right-angled skull, who can you trust? Just about anybody else, if I'm being honest with you. Who knows how those thoughts are bouncing around in there. Long hair, short hair, red fish, blue fish. I wonder what hair color he should have. Could just give him something like completely wacky. Like bright pink. Or just make his hair match his skin. Ew, I don't like that. It's just tendrils. His thoughts screensaver bounce. He gets an idea when the brain cell hits the angled part perfectly. Yeah, probably just brown hair. Alright. This man's name is Klonkk. He's named for the sound his head makes when it hits something. Yes, I'm sure I want to select the race orc, but I'm not entirely sure this is still an orc. Klonkk has never had a thonk before. Oh, that is
By the
that is
nine
fantastic.
divines, you're an ugly one. But then all orcs are ugly. The most
Well, at least he
repulsive
recognizes I'm an
race
orc.
in all of Tamriel, really.
Who is this guy
At
anyway?
least you've got that brutish
guy
strength.
always,
huh?
no matter
Must
what
be nice to
will
just
make your
rip
character
someone
just
apart
insults
like
you.
some kind of monster. Oh, but you must be the one orc weakling, huh? Captured by Imperials.
Weakling?
How pathetic.
How dare you?
You're going to
Klonkk is a
die
math
in
teacher.
here, orc, like an animal in a cage. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Bora, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir.
I feel like Klonkk has to use blunt weapons, right? And I'm not talking about his head.
No, they're dead. I know it.
What's dead? My
What's
head?
this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open.
Game
Stand
noise
back,
is
prisoner.
A bit loud. Let me see if I can adjust that this way.
We won't
How's
hesitate to
that?
kill you if you get in our way.
Two-handed
prisoner,
user?
stand
Yes, he
aside.
does use two hands.
Over by the window. Stay out of the
That
way and
is
you
all
won't
the hands
get
he
hurt.
has.
Prisoner, stand away from the door. Over by the window now.
Alright, fine. Jeez. Pushy. I'm over by the window.
No sign of pursuit, sir.
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you.
Yes, and I've
Let
seen
me
you.
see your face. You are the one from my dreams.
Oh, if this is what's
Then
making
the
us
stars
appearance in
were
your
right.
dreams, I am sorry.
This is the day. Gods give me strength.
That is an ominous dream.
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, I am
Who
your
are you?
emperor, Uriel
Oh,
Septim.
the Emperor. Okay, no
By
big
the
deal.
great- You are a citizen of Tamriel.
Klonkk bows
and
to
you
no
took-
one. Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
I guess I'm gonna consider that a pardon.
You
Okay.
will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please, sire,
Sir, there
we
was
must
blood and
keep
death
moving.
before I got here. That's kind of the whole series, the whole franchise. Elder Scrolls has blood and death.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
This doesn't concern you,
Looks
prisoner.
like this is your lucky day.
What do you mean this
Just
doesn't
stay out of our
concern
way.
me? Your Emperor just said it concerns me, sir. Oh, right, I have healing magic. Let me just, hotkey some magic real quick. After all, Klonkk is an educated man. Of course he's got some magic on in his hands. I was gonna say on his hands, but... His coat is not symmetrical. Wasn't it? Huh. I mean, I guess real clothing isn't always symmetrical. Wait, resist magic? I resist magic? Oh, since when do orcs resist magic? Oh, that's huge. 25% innate magic resistance is huge. Oh, the dots. I mean, I imagine that's probably some kind of fur, right? How many animals have perfectly symmetrical hides?
Stand aside, prisoner.
Always had resistance. Huh. I just kind of never knew that. I guess it gets overshadowed by Bretons and their ridiculous 50% magic resistance, but... True, but
Close up
symmetry? I mean, asymmetry is also fun.
The captain's
Protect
down.
For the
Yeah, this ends here.
Take them down. My sword
Ow,
for the dragon.
someone died.
Burn the dragon.
Well, there's the blood and death.
Fired.
Klonkk has a katana.
Lord, the dragon fires! Are you all right, sire?
Captain
So
Renaud.
these are cult members. Ooh, potion. You know what? Klonkk is getting out of these old rags. Oh. His head doesn't fit in the hood. Weeb orc unlocked. His forehead clips. I attempted to make him geometric, but I made him non-Euclidean. Oops. Yeah, the hood doesn't fit in his head. Yeah, that is accurate. That is entirely accurate. So I guess we're rolling with this.
Could they be waiting for us here?
You know what it
Don't
kind
know,
of
but
looks
it's too late
like?
to go back now.
Have you seen those
Don't
pajamas
worry,
that have
son.
like the
We
butt
will
flaps
get
so you
you
don't
out
have
of
to
here.
get undressed in the middle of
They
the night
won't
to
be
use
the
the
first
toilet?
to underestimate
It
the
looks like
blades.
that's open, but on his
I'll
forehead.
take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Don't try to follow you? Okay. I'm only dressed like the cultist that tried to kill you. Ah, rats! Fun. Alright, so I guess we just go. Klonkk's destiny is his own. Skeleton. I'll take the lockpicks and a torch. There's also a bag here. Lockpicks, healing. Okay. Let's go ahead and set... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Set lockpicks as a... Or not lockpicks, torches on quick select wheel. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Klonkk has his first real weapon. Forget this katana nonsense. Who needs a sharp thing when you have a smashy thing? God, well, okay, good news is his head is fixed. The hood is actually, like, covering it properly. God, imagine this approaches you in the middle of a dark cave. Just something about the club and the torch. I mean, it's still pretty sharp, just in a different direction. I guess so. Bonk. 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 Klonk. Ooh, some heavy armor. Extra torches, potion of healing. Isn't there another rat around here somewhere? Okay, let's get all this off. There we go. Wonder how it fixed itself. Reality caught up to the physics of his noggin, that's how. Alright, zombie. Oh god, I can see nothing while casting with this in my hand. Heavy armor and sandals. It's the gladiator look. You wear heavy armor everywhere except where it'll protect you, and then you wear sandals and you just go kill things. More lockpicks, more potions. Ah! Get bonked. Wait, is it just me, or... Oh my god, I can see better without the torch in here. Okay, I guess torches are pointless. Ooh. Helmet. Warhammer. Rats. Well, I guess if we're not using the torch, may as well get the big Klonk. Bonk. I guess if I'm going blunt weapons, I can also use axes, because those are blunt weapons in this game. For some reason. the horse armor free and remastered? No, but it's not like only a specific horse. In the original, it was just like a specific armored horse you could get. But in this, you can bring any horse to the stable outside of, what was the city? Okay, I can't really check here, I don't think. Oh, wait, yes I can. Yeah, the North Country stables outside of Coral will put armor on any horse you want now. So you just pay a fee, and any horse you want to be armored will be armored instead of only the one. Get clonked. Get clonked is... I don't know how I would react if someone said that to me after beating me with a hammer, I'll be honest. So yeah, so I don't know if I've mentioned, but the reason I'm doing Oblivion Remaster is just because I want to set a chill tone for my streams, and that for the most part is gonna mean games that can kind of be taken at one's own pace. No particular rush or anything to what we're doing. Oh good, they don't charge 200 Microsoft points. Are Microsoft points even still a thing? Didn't they stop doing that? I remember hearing that they just took everybody's Microsoft points one day because they were canceling the program. And there was a big issue with that. Goblin. I like goblins, but unfortunately he had to be clonked. Ooh, more treasure. They discontinued in 2013. Yeah, that sounds about right. Bonk. Bear pelt. This little guy took down a bear? Good on him. Right, the other thing about the stream itself, I will be trying to upload the VOD to YouTube as a just sort of stream archive. I figure if I get any kind of popularity, someone's gonna do it anyway. It may as well be me. Ow. Curse you and your fly stabbing sticks. What is even coming out of my mouth at this point? In other words, we were the first of billions. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can handle the pressure of billions. I'm just streaming for fun, man. I just want to help people forget their problems for a little bit. I don't know if billions is in my wheelhouse. I mean, never say never and all that, but... Yee. That's scary. It's scary to think about. I know, my fatigue is low. I just remembered I have magic. I do like throwing a little bit of magic into builds here and there. Like, almost regardless of what the build actually is. But I'm not sure I want to focus on magic for this one. Billions for fun? I don't know, man. Oh, God. Ah, why is it flashing? The goblins got smarter in this. Yeah, like, the enemy AI is vastly improved compared to original. Repair hammer. How's my gear looking right now, actually? Because in Elder Scrolls, orcs are very good at... Or, smithing is culturally important to orcs, and if Klonkk is an educated man, clearly he would be in touch with his own culture. Okay, I broke the hammers. The old Bethesda charm showing with that weird flickering. Yeah, a lot of classic Bethesda bugs are still present because this game's running on essentially 2 game engines at once. They're using Unreal Engine for the graphics, but everything else is Bethesda's creation engine. So, like, all the functional parts of the game are still classic Bethesda-style programming. Oh, they let you repair anywhere now? Yeah, that was, like, one of the big things with Oblivion, and in a lot of ways is what led to the armor smithing in Skyrim.
Protect the Emperor until help arrives.
There's even a dedicated
What makes you think
proficiency for it.
Here they come again.
If you max it out, your hammers never break, so you can just always have perfect repaired equipment.
Die, you scum!
Oh, I didn't clonk him fast
Damn it,
enough.
it's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the
What
assassins.
do you mean I might be working with the assassins? I was
No,
only dressed as
he
one of
is
them
not
last
one
time
of
you saw me.
He can help us. He must help us.
Yes, I
As
can
you
help
wish,
you.
sire.
Must is another matter, good sir.
They cannot understand why I trust
No, the
you.
dots are asymmetrical.
They've not
You were right.
seen what I've seen. How can I explain?
Been absolute years since I
Listen,
played OG.
You know the
Oblivion.
9. How they guide our fates with an
The
invisible
remaster
hand.
is very faithful, I will tell you that. I don't know, I don't think about it, I'm not... I feel like Klonkk would not be on good terms with the gods. I feel like they may consider him an affront.
I've served the 9 all my days, and I chart my course by the
Oh
cycles
yeah, the
of
remaster
heavens.
is very
The
faithful
skies are
to
marked
the
with
spirit
numberless
of original
sparks,
Oblivion.
each a fire,
Goofiness and
every
bugs
one a
included.
sign. I know
There
these
is a lot
stars
of things
well,
that are
and I
improved,
wonder
but it's
which sign
all
marked
things
your
that needed
birth.
to be improved. I could go for the Lord and be tankier. What birth sign should I grab? Atronach is actually really good, especially on a character that's not focusing on spellcasting. Klonkk isn't a follower of Malakath. I feel like Klonkk is what happens when Malakath's Daedric artifact gets sentient. How else do you explain that noggin? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Atronach. So the reason the Atronach is so powerful is just 50% chance that spells don't work on you, and you have a ton of magicka, even if you don't really invest in it, at the cost of all your natural regeneration.
The
But if I'm
signs I
going to
read
not
show
be
the end of
focusing
my
on
path.
spellcasting, I
My
think that'll
death,
be fine.
a necessary end, will come when it will come.
There's always alchemy if I need
Your stars are not mine.
to regenerate it. in a
Today
pinch.
the Atronach shall aid you with your appointed burden. My dream, but in your with.
I'm sure
No,
everybody knows how this whole intro
I-
goes, so let's not waste too much time here. We going, or you guys are just standing around?
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
I don't want to carry this torch. I tried that earlier and it made me see worse.
Stick close and let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
No potions on this guy. How does a torch limit my, like, sight range more than just not having a torch? I do not understand that. Oh, some people to Klonkk.
Do your worst.
I want to run a wheel and
And the
Klonkk.
Emperor!
You know, I'm sure it would actually go. You talking one of the ones that you, like, pull back and it, like, zips along on its own, or one of the ones that you, like, do a ramp? Both. Oh. Oh, you guys been killing without me?
Hold up.
Is
I
the
don't like
stream
this.
audio
Let me
better
take
for
a
you guys
look.
now than it was earlier? Gotta keep up if you want to in on the killing.
Looks clear. Come on.
I mean, I'm gonna
We're
be the one
almost
to
through
witness
to the
this guy die,
sewers.
so I guess I got that going for me. Audio is fine. Alright. I remember Tarzak mentioned it was a bit loud earlier. And I'm sorry about the lack of music. I'm just not sure how the copyright claims all work, so I just turned the music off. If I can figure out how stream overlays work, maybe I'll get some royalty-free background music to just overlay on top of all of it. We can hum the music ourselves. I guess
end.
that
What's your
I guess
call,
the
sir?
soundtrack for this game is really in the
They're behind
zeitgeist
us.
at this point,
Wait
isn't
here,
it?
sire.
Wait here with the Emperor.
Although I'm pretty
Guard
sure they
him
like
with your life.
reorchestrated all the music for this
For
game.
the Emperor!
Die, you scum!
I want to go help them, but I'm supposed to wait here.
Am I supposed to be?
I can go no further. Take the amulet. Give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son.
You told me your sons are dead.
And close shut the jaws of oblivion.
Or we can get adventurous and listen to Skyrim music. Just listening to It Just
You
Works.
chose a bad
But it
day
doesn't
to
work.
take up with the cause of the
That's why they had to get another studio to
No.
do the remake.
Talos, save us.
Honestly, I'm surprised Bethesda let Virtuous do a remake for this game. The whole reason nobody has done anything with
The
Elder
blades are
Scrolls
sworn to
except
protect
Bethesda
the
for so
Emperor. Now
long
he and all
is
his
because they
heirs
let
are dead. The
Obsidian
amulet.
make
Where's
Fallout
the
New
amulet of
Vegas.
Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
And they were humiliated by how much better it was than their own Fallout games, and they didn't trust anybody not to show them up since.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septum. They see more than lesser men.
Yes, New Vegas did
The
slap.
amulet of kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire.
And unfortunately,
Most people
it
think
doesn't
of the Red
hold
Dragon
up as
crown,
well
but
as
that's
some
just
games
jewelry.
from the era.
The amulet has
But it was
power.
absolutely
Only
amazing
a true
for its
heir of the
time.
blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
But
Joffrey?
yeah,
He said
I would
that?
not be
Why?
surprised if it takes another 20 years for Bethesda to trust one of their IPs with somebody. Just because people are so happy with the Oblivion remaster
Nothing I ever
and
heard about.
crediting the
But
other company
Joffrey would
for
be
it.
the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order.
True, but that just
Although
means
you
there's
may
a
not
market for
think
a
so to meet
remaster.
him,
There
he
is,
lives
but the
quietly as a
problem
monk
there
at Waynon Priory.
is
near the
that
city
because
of
Obsidian was the one who did the development start to finish, there's some messy licensing shenanigans going on legally. And it's just more trouble than Bethesda will ever see as worth it.
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the
That
sewers
said, I'm
past
pretty
the
sure
locked
there's a
gate.
mod that just
That's where we
completely
were headed.
remasters the game
It's
at
a
this
secret
point.
way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need...
The sewers.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced barbarian.
A barbarian.
Am I right?
What skills do barbarians get? Not quite, but you know what? He's not wrong either. Alright, we're doing custom class. Combat specialization. Strength and intelligence, because he is an educated orc. Let's see, skills. I'm gonna take armor as a major skill. It's a little unnecessary, but I do want to be able to repair enchanted items right away. And you need at least 25 in the skill to do that. We're definitely doing blunt. Yeah, Obsidian could also do the game, but they likely would get flack from Bethesda. Yeah, Gremlini, I feel like Obsidian could, but Bethesda doesn't want to trust them not to show them up again. What kind of magic would Klonkk use? I feel like alteration would be nice. Either way, fans will just be sad, yeah. I mean, some games are not meant to be remade or remastered. Like, there are some things that are just kind of better left to exist as they are for those who wish to enjoy them. Like, the original Shrek movie would have been better if they didn't make a sequel. Megamind is fine on its own. I'm sure a sequel would ruin it, you know? I'd say destruction, but that is what his hammer is for. He is destruction. He doesn't need destruction. I'm sure we'll be using some destruction anyway, but destruction is so easy to power level in this game. I feel like alteration for armor spells, water breathing, just general utility. And maybe restoration for overall tankiness. To be honest, I'd love a remake, remaster of New Vegas Fallout 3, but I'd rather have a new Fallout game. I want a new Fallout game too, but I don't want Bethesda to make it. I feel like Bethesda is honestly better as an IP management company than they are a development studio. Because let's be honest, they've been pretty smart with all their IPs. They've been pretty good about, you know, outside of Elder Scrolls Online, they've been pretty good about lore in general. They've been pretty good about world building. They're just not as good at making games. Is he a sneaky orc? As funny as it is to sneak up on someone with a two-handed hammer, I don't find myself employing stealth in games all that often. They used to be good at making games. Yeah, I can agree with that, Gremliny. Mercantile? Oh, yeah, being able to make a bit more money for what we sell is always good. I could take acrobatics just to boing around better. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. So I can jump better. Let's just go with that. I mean, I could go with speechcraft because he is a gentleman. But the speechcraft minigame in this game is such a pain. Clip that, clip that. Do I even have clips on? Oh god. I feel like heavy armor is probably the direction we're going to go with him. The pie minigame was very fun. I sure do have clips on. Oh boy. I'm sure a lot of the things that get clipped, I'm just not going to notice until I see the clip. Just going to be left to quietly facepalm on my own after the stream. I feel like block makes sense just because weapons are going to recoil off that skull of his. But I don't know. If I'm going to be focusing more on the two-handed weapons, I'm not going to be using the shield as much, and half the upgrades for the block skill are shield specific. I could go with illusion. Actually, oh wait, illusion, light spells are illusion in this game, not alteration. So, yeah, I could get a lot of use out of illusion just for the light spells, with torches being apparently useless. Actually, now that I think about it, I think if I take illusion as a major skill, it just gives me the basic light spell, and I can use that for spellcrafting later. Going into this, I did not expect Klonkk to come out as a spell sword, but you know what? Here we are. What should this class be? I'm tempted to just name the class Klonkk. He is not anything but himself. But no. Klonkk is a squark. Square orc. Create squark class. I don't know why that hit me. I knew what I typed, but seeing it in the confirmation screen. Cool if I post the clip here. Spellbonk. Okay, no. He is Spellbonk. It is because it looks so official. Yeah, you can post the clip here. Yeah, just seeing the word squark in an official-looking text box. Create Spellbonk class. Yes. And they use the barbarian image for it. What did he say? Clipped by Gremlin. Huh? Oh god, is that what I sound like?
I could take acrobatics just to bowling around better. That doesn't sound right. So I can jump better. Let's just go with that.
I don't know if I like my voice. At least my enunciation seems to be alright for the stream. I'll take it.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give
Fair
you
enough.
any trouble.
Fair enough.
You must get the
first
amulet
stream and
to
I already
Joffrey.
got a clippable
Take
moment.
no
I
chances,
guess that's a good
but
omen,
proceed to
in a
Wayland
way.
Priory immediately. Got it? Good. You
Yeah,
need-
yada yada.
Goodbye.
I have things to go bonk. Alright, let's see what we got spell-wise since we did... Okay, yeah, we got some spells worth... Oh, I can, Right, Alteration can open locks, too, so I don't need to worry about lockpicking if I level that up. The road to 1 billion is starting. Oh, man, if I reach 1 billion followers, I don't know... I don't know if there's anything special enough that I can do to celebrate all that. Do you plan on making your own spells? Eventually. Just because that is kind of the end game of any kind of magic in this game. Just spellcrafting is what late game magic looks like in this game. That and enchanting. The reason destruction I didn't want to take destruction actually is because of spellcrafting. Because you can just do a spell to damage your own. You can like temporarily damage somebody's stats in this game, so I could like cast a spell to reduce strength on myself over and over to level my... Oh, there the goblin went. Couldn't find him for a moment. To level my destruction. Because, you know, Klonkk is a valid target for his own magic. Alright, I probably shouldn't be burning my magic reserves on low-level healing, just because it's inefficient and I don't regenerate naturally. Made a spell specifically to crash the game. Yeah, not that Oblivion originally was, hard to crash. Oh, my light spell wore off. Sorry about that, I'm just getting Discord messages. Trying not to ignore friends. Alright, I think that is our, unexpected prison break done. Tell them to come watch stream so you can talk to them easier. I think they're planning to, actually. I think they're already planning on it. But yeah, I'm trying not to ignore this particular friend because they have, I'm not going to give details, but they've had a hard time recently, and I don't want them to feel like, you know, I don't want them to feel like I'm not understanding of that. You know, I just kind of jumped into the water and started going. I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing. You want to see the Alien ruins? Actually, I'm pretty sure this is an Alien ruin right here, so I guess this is what we're doing. Yeah, Vilverin, that's definitely an Alien name. Ooh, Bergamo. Gonna make some tea later. Earl Grey. I feel like Klonkk would enjoy tea. I feel like he would enjoy Earl Grey tea. Even on the Xbox 360, they looked really magical. Yeah, breaststroke in full plate like a Chad. That is, ow. Ow, ow. Stupid flying stabby sticks. Oh, hi there. These bandits are just depressingly weak. Man of culture like him, of course he drinks tea. Alright, Gremlin. Sorry, didn't mean to gloss over your comment there. My issue with the Alien ruins is they look magical, but honestly, they just don't give you any kind of sense of what or who the aliens were. Except for the vague implication that they practiced necromancy. Also, fun bit of world building here that always struck me as good. Immortal Blood, the book that is always right here next to this bandit's bedroll in the tent, right underneath a garlic cluster. This book is about vampires. The lore around the reason you might not remember much of the lore around the aliens is because there really isn't much lore around the aliens. They were the ancestors of the High Elves according to the High Elves, but even that is unconfirmed in world. So the weird thing about Elder Scrolls lore is that anything not in an official game is not considered fully official by Bethesda, who owns the Elder Scrolls. And ultimately, there's a lot that just doesn't get said in games. Okay, yeah, the light spell works way better than the torch. Like, I can actually see beyond the light spell if there's other light. There's a bandit there. I wonder if I can sneak up and clonk him without him noticing. Sneaking in full plate armor. Clank, clank, here comes the tank. My memory is a lot of things. Good enough to remember stuff 19 years ago is not one of them. Valid. Mine is barely good enough to remember 19 seconds ago. Oh my god, I actually just snuck up on this bandit in full plate armor with a two-handed warhammer. Klonk! Sneak attack for 1 times damage. It didn't even boost the damage. The stealth didn't even do anything. This person just got straight up clonked. Ooh, Iron Shield. I am gonna take the Iron Shield in case I find a better one-handed weapon than this hammer. Just so I have it. Speaking of memory, I keep forgetting I have a Coca-Cola off to the side here. But, like, one of the ones from Mexico that are actually good. Huh. Aren't there usually a bunch of, like, lootable stones on these things? I don't see any. What flavor? Oh, just classic. Yeah, the real cane sugar ones. They are so good. I can't have them too often because, you know, it's like a lot of calories per bottle, but as something to sip on while I'm streaming, it's alright. I can afford the calories. Ooh, iron greaves.
Hello. Who's there?
I just heard a bandit say hello, who's there, as if I have not been loud.
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
No, whatever it was, it's not gone now. I'm right here, lady. That is the attitude of someone who is not getting paid enough for this shit. Just the wind. You know, I have this running theory about, like, bad detection AI in some games, because, like, usually they're part of some semi-organized faction, right? I call it mob mentality. Mob, like, as in video game character. Where they're just like, maybe if I don't engage, they will just walk right on by without murdering me. Now, let's get rid of our rusty iron stuff for regular iron stuff. Oh, I have a helmet. It's a shame to hide that noggin, but for now, I think I could use the defense. Oh wait, it's only one defense. Never mind. Doesn't really matter. Now I just need some gloves. Can the world really handle the noggin? Well, we haven't crashed yet. Knock on wood. The Hollywood armor. Oh, there's all the stones I wasn't seeing down there. I guess the bandits were gathering them up. I mean, they are worth 50 coins a pop, so I guess if they're looking for profit.
Now you will know pain.
Hmm? What? Oh, hi there.
Ooh!
Ow. My endurance is being drained. You will be clonked for that. No one touches my endurance. Ooh, lockpicks. Get some flour, do some baking later. Can't hide that face. You paid too much for that face to hide it behind a helmet. That is a fair point, Tyrazak. If you're gonna be paying $1 million a minute for a famous actor, you want everybody to know the actor's in a scene. Although there are some characters where, like, the reveal when they take the helmet off is, like, the whole point of it.
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Okay, this is the person who was, like, whoever that was, they're gone now. And they're just, like, sitting there with a drink and a candle. Like, they're not getting paid enough for this shit. They don't care. Sneaky beaky like. Sneaky beaky like.
Where are you?
Yeah, they're just audibly pretending to give a fuck because their boss is at earshot.
Hello? Who's there?
Bonk. How much damage does my iron warhammer does 6. This axe, which is technically a blunt weapon, does 5. Okay.
If it's a
Hammer
fight
is still
you
better.
want, it's a fight you'll get.
Yeah, boss, I'm looking real hard.
What's that?
Oh, hi there. I was looking at chat for a moment there.
I fought.
You're pathetic.
Here we go.
Now you will.
I am probably gonna have to train my alchemy at some point just to make sure I can restore my magic when I need to. But for utility purposes, just having a big magic pool works. I know Arrowhead was joking about the Helldivers 2 movie hiring a bunch of famous actors and actresses and having him full armor with face-covering helmets the whole movie. You know what, Tyrazak? I feel like Arrowhead would do that, and I feel like there is a fairly large number of celebrities who would absolutely sign on to be part of that joke. I feel like that would absolutely be something a lot of those actors would do. Oh, where did you come from, sir? I'm tempted to turn the game difficulty up, because, like, I should not be able to just take hits like this. But also the difficulties in Oblivion Remastered are just completely jacked up. Like, you do a third damage and enemies do triple damage just for going up one difficulty. If they hire John Cena, they won't need to give him armor. You know what joke I would want to see in a Helldivers movie, actually? You know General Brash? I want to see a scene where he comes into the battle full helmet and armor and everything, and just does the, like, action movie shirt rip open, but with his armor, and just starts fighting bugs like that. Just helmet still on and everything. If I recall correctly, this is around the time we can start expecting to see undead in the Alien Ruin. Maybe it's because this game is, like, not a brand new experience entirely, being a remake. But the Alien Ruins feel like, they feel ancient and, you know, like they're from a different culture. They don't really feel magical as much as they kind of did in the original. Senator Armstrong in a Helldiver helmet. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. I think my favorite thing about the all the, like, General Brash stuff that's currently out there is, like, they take just enough effort to make it semi-believable in the animations. Like, he doesn't just straight up suplex a tank. He throws an explosive under it to assist. Like, only just enough to make it maybe possibly a little believable, but definitely not. Which just makes me feel like this is how Brash himself tells it in the bar. Like, he's trying to keep it just within what the people around him believe. Oh. Where? This guy looks like he fell through something. Where did he fall from? Oh, hello. Is there someone new? I don't have the stream actually up on my end. Huh. I heard a notification, but I don't see a notification. Oh. Hey, Sarada. The others were just saying I should get you to join the stream to chat with me. I have 40 lockpicks. I'm just doing auto pick. Let's see what's down here. We are Klonkk today. It looks like he failed to climb out of a well. Actually, can I, like, lift him up off of that thing and see what that even is? No, he's glitched into it. It's not a well, it's a solid object, and he's just glitched into it. I think he was supposed to be, like, laying on top of it. Oh, so that is how he died. Yes, he no-clipped out of reality. Get Klonkk, skeleton! You know, as my username probably tells you, I do like skeletons in games. Oh, that's water. Klonkk cannot breathe underwater. Huh, where is this? Jail cells? What is this? These look like jail cells. There's skeletons in them. And rats. How did the rats get in there? The skeletons, maybe they were in there long ago, but the rats? How'd they get stuck? The rats committed crimes. Who's prosecuting them? The aliens are gone. Did the bandits convict rats in a court of law? What's happening with that? Actually, I came in here through a completely hidden passage. So, like, how would the bandits know? Finally finished the talk with... Okay. Alright. Yeah, I have not said anything about the situation with anyone in the chat, just to respect privacy, just because this is public. Oh, zombie. Fun fact, zombies in this game have a lot of health, but they're weak to fire. And my hammer still does more. That was a waste of magic, okay. No, the skeletons. I feel like skeletons should be playable in more RPGs, honestly. Like, I don't quite understand the logic for not. Like, they don't have to functionally be different or anything, but they exist, so why not? Goblins need to be playable. Goblins I can understand from a video game development perspective because, like, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna need a smaller player model for that, and, like, setting up everything the player can do for a separate model is a bit of a bitch. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to swear. I'll censor that out in the VOD, probably. But, yeah, just... I don't know, skeletons feel like there's not a lot of reason to not make them playable if you already have, like, the model for them in the game. I got a little turned around. Where are we? Oh, pressure plate. What does it open? Oh, here we go. Oh, more skeletons. Skeletons might also be weak to fire. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah.
Bonk. Actually, I kind of want to be using protection spells, but I feel like it's just not necessary with the amount of damage they're currently doing to me. They seem to be weak to hammer. There's a way to Is there a way to earn an income streaming on Twitch? Yeah, you can get donations from people, but that's really not why I'm getting into streaming, to be honest, so I haven't really looked into the how or the why or the what. I'm just here to have a good time. Oh, this looks like a trap. But it won't trigger. Huh. Well. Oh, there it goes. And there's a skeleton now. Was the trap the floor dropping out or the skeleton? I guess it was the floor.
Yeah.
Nope, not close enough. The cube had his protection enough. Yeah, I feel like it would be funny if I could make the first-person view just Minecrafty, just as a joke, but that would get annoying to play after a while, I'm sure. Oh yeah, dead bodies could activate traps. Okay, so the skeleton probably just triggered it. You know, being a dead body. You know, it never made sense to me as a kid why there's undead in the Alien ruins. It always kind of felt to me like they really only show up in Alien ruins because they weren't sure where else to put the undead or what to put in the Alien ruins. Like, they both feel like they were just kind of left over. I'm actually running low on magic just from using my light spell. Okay. Definitely gonna have to take up alchemy to... just to make sure I stay topped up. They could just be grave robbers or bandits. I guess so. But even in that case, what about Alien Ruins would, like, inherently raise the dead? You know, there's really no reason given for it. That's why I meant earlier about it's kind of subtly implied that the aliens had something to do with necromancy overall. But that just because there's undead in their ruins. And I guess some of the ruins do have necromancers in them, but, like, anywhere can have necromancers in them, you know? Oh, almost forgot this. Taking the shiny rocks with me. Come on, there we go. At the end of the day, there are just lore things that Bethesda doesn't think through all the way, and I'm sure there being undead in Alien Ruins is one of them.
Yeah.
And yes, I do mean it when I say Bethesda does not think lore stuff through all the way. In the Shivering Isles DLC for this game, the Daedric Prince of Madness, Sheogorath, states explicitly and clearly that Daedra are the essence of change. And then in the Gold Road expansion for Elder Scrolls Online, they spend the entire expansion hammering it into the player that Daedra are incapable of changing. I'm pretty sure a lot of lore things that don't make sense and are just covered up with because it is neat. I'm sure, but there's enough detail to Elder Scrolls that when they do something like that, it almost always contradicts some pre-existing lore. And that is kind of a problem when you're working off of something so established. Counter-argument, would you believe Sheogorath? Yes, actually. Not once in any of his appearances in Elder Scrolls has Sheogorath lied to the player. Sheogorath has always been nothing but honest and unstable. Like, the thing with Sheogorath is what makes him scary is the fact that his demeanor changes so readily. and he goes from cordial to scary to funny back to scary, and you really just never know. But one thing you can guarantee with him is he is being honest with you no matter what his current state of mind is. Like, at that moment, if he tells you something, it is what he believes or how he feels, and he does not sugarcoat it or cover it up.
Hello? Who's there?
Oh. Well,
Yeah, this is the part where you fall down and
Jalbert
bleed
will
to
now
death.
be Klonkk. I don't know who Jalbert is.
That the best you can do?
Jalbert has been Klonked. Necromancer robes. I guess he's a necromancer. Hey, God. Oh, yeah, Sarada, I'll respond to that in private outside of the stream, just because that's not, like... That's just not something that anyone in chat really has context for, and I'm just focused on streaming at the moment. I promise you I will get back to you on that after the stream's done. For a moment, I thought his name was Jailbird. No, those are the rats. The rats were Jailbirds. This is Jalbert. Oh, I just realized, for my Magicka issues, I wonder if I can craft an absorb Magicka spell to drain it from enemies that absorbs from them less than it costs to cast. Because if I can do that, then I don't need to worry as much about potions. Questions for later. I need to, like, level all my stuff up, and joining the Mages Guild to get spellcrafting is a whole thing on its own. I guess there is Frostcrag Spire, but so that's still, what, 1,000 gold to buy the candles to set up the spellcrafting altar? Alright. That is our first dungeon complete. And the question is, what now? Why is he... what? Okay, I don't know what that weird visual effect on him was. Oh, before I go, I think I can take Magicka from this glowy thing up here to replenish it before I leave. Boing. I draw power from the well. There we go. Full recovery in Magicka. One for the road. What to do now? I guess the Imperial City is right over here. I can go grab an inn room to level up, sell off my spoils from the dungeon. It is 8:23 p.m. My original plan was to go till about 9 today, but depending on how I'm feeling, could go longer. Who knows? One moment, I gotta respond to something real quick. Sorry about the delay here. I will be back to the stream in just a moment. Again, I'm sorry about the delay. As soon as I'm back to it, we will go to the Imperial City to sell stuff off and see what we can buy for adventuring supplies. Alright, there we go. Where is the entrance to this place? I see the city, but where is the entrance? It's a big city. Athletics increased to 18. Alright, back to the Twitch chat on my phone here. There we go. Oh no, that is the prison. I just left I just broke out of prison. I don't want to go back. Here it is, Imperial City Market District. Are people still there? I just realized chat hasn't moved in a while. Yeah, there's still people in the stream. Okay. Just making sure that the chat didn't freeze on my end. Okay, cool. Chat is, in fact, still working. Let's see here. Merchant's Inn. That sounds like what I need.
How are you today?
It's you. Hi. What can I do for you?
Hello, good sir.
I
would
do
like
have a bed available for 20 gold a night. Would you like to rent it?
Jesus, 20 gold for an in-room for one night?
It's up the stairs there. First door on your left. Sleep well.
I guess this is like the capital city of the Empire, but still.
Well met.
How do you do?
I needed some cash.
To be honest, I like what was done in Kingdom Come Deliverance where you are illiterate. Wait, you're illiterate in that game? How did I miss that? I've played that game. I don't remember the character being illiterate. Alright, let's just sleep long enough for it to be morning. Did I read a book in that game? Come to think of it, I don't know if I tried. But, like, I remember there were signs and stuff around. Alright, what do we want for stats? I'm thinking I want more speed than I currently have, for sure. More stamina, probably. And a couple points of endurance. Henry starts out illiterate because he's a blacksmith's son. No real need to learn how to read. Yeah, that would be historically accurate. There were signs, but they are, if memory serves, very simple images. I mean, in the city, there's, like, signs with words on them. Not a lot of words, but words. Because, like, there's multiple stores that sell similar things in the city. So, like, some of the places have actual names. I guess I, as a player, being literate, like, he would see the letters, but that doesn't necessarily mean the guy in the game understands them. Okay, where can I sell shiny rocks from a dungeon?
Good morning.
First edition? No, that doesn't sound right. The copious coin purse. This guy's gotta have some money to spend. Oh geez, that is a plaque and a half.
What kind of deal can I make for you today?
This guy does not look like he wants me here. What's his disposition?
Go ahead.
Oh, he does not like me.
Well, isn't that
I think
sweet
I will
of you?
make more money if I toss a couple
That'll
of
get you
bribes his
something.
way.
Can I
It
interest you
sounds
in some of
weird,
my
but
wares?
that's kind of how this game works, is if their disposition is high, they buy things from you for more.
An excellent bargain.
Sell the
You-
club, the copper
That's-
ring, dark shirt.
That an excellent bargain.
He's just jealous of your angled forehead. But yeah, in KCD you could read books, but if you are illiterate, the letters are all jumbled up to incomprehensibility. So if your character's illiterate, the player basically just experiences, what's the word? The thing where it's like physically hard to read. I forget the name of it, but it's a fairly common thing. Dyslexia, that's it. You basically experience secondhand dyslexia through the character's point of view. I should probably get rid of these cultist robes. I don't know why I have 2 mortar and pestles. Petty soul gems aren't all that useful.
You got a great deal.
Selling a bunch of things. I'm gonna keep the Varla stone, just because those are pretty rare.
That seems a fair.
Here we go.
That's a
Sell
fair
20
deal.
Welkin stones.
Thank you. Come. Goodbye. Please come again.
Oh right, I should
What
buy
kind-
some stuff.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices
What do you
in
got?
all Cyrodiil.
Imperial breeches. Oh, it's just pants that make people like you more. Okay, does he have repair hammers, actually? I kind of really need repair hammers. He does. Let's buy 10 of those.
Thank you for. Goodbye. Please.
We will now repair things. There's one thing I hope they didn't change. One of the NPCs, I don't recall where, has a mistake in the voice acting. I think for the most part they preserved the original voice lines. Maybe not the original recording of the voice lines, like they had some new voice actors come in, but I think the dialogue is all the same.
Well lit.
We're all talking about the Emperor's murder. We have no ammo and no air. Go ahead. That's never happened.
And by they brought in new voice actors, I mean Wes Johnson does not voice very literally 90% of the game. As good as Wes Johnson is, I do rather like some variety in the game.
You heard about the attack on the chapel there.
By the gods.
Safe travels, of course. Bye.
Good day.
Good day.
Wes Johnson still voices almost all the male Imperials as well as Sheogorath. They would not
Things are
dare
bound to get
take
worse before
Sheogorath
they
away
get
from Wes
better.
Johnson.
They always do. Keep your eyes peeled for trouble.
All right. I'll go
You read the latest Black Horse Courier.
Three Brothers Trade Goods. Good as new merchandise. Feed bag.
So I've heard.
Of course, courier. Wasn't there a store around here somewhere that just sells blunt weapons?
Daedra
Like
worship
a
is
specialty
becoming
blunt
increasingly
weapon store?
prevalent in the Somerset Isle.
It seems Somerset Isle.
But I love
has
listening to
become a
him
much
talking
more dangerous
to himself
place.
about himself. No, what I'm saying is they literally... Sheogorath did not change. His voice lines are all still the same. That, or they got Wes Johnson to re-record them in the same way. I can't honestly tell.
Herbal grow Orkog knows you need axes and blunt weapons. Big ones. So he makes them and sells them here. Slash and
This
smash.
orc knows what's
the
up.
Big Orc Weapons Shop. Big weapons for big heroes.
Klonkk has a new favorite store.
a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
What do you got? Iron Warhammer. Ooh, he has a steel Warhammer. Klonkk. Buying that. Let's go ahead and sell the old one.
Tell your friends about me.
Sure thing, buddy.
Farewell.
Ooh, that is fancy looking. That is very fancy looking. It can bash and pierce. I thought you were talking about the dude that voiced all the males in the original Oblivion. Yeah, he does not voice all the males anymore. Just the Imperials. And Shale Gorath.
How about you? Not bad.
Yeah, Wes Johnson was the voice actor's name. Like if I talk to this guy.
Sir? What are you looking for?
Yeah, see, this guy is still voiced by Wes Johnson.
There are no guild halls in the city, but the Arcane University is on an island outside the walls, south of the Arboretum. Farewell, citizen.
Hi.
So yeah, the Imperial City Guard and all Imperial
How
males
goes
in
it?
the game, I believe, are still Wes Johnson.
I understand Daedra worship is...
Well, I need to figure out what I'm gonna go Klonkk with this new hammer. Is there anywhere I can fast travel to? Oh, I can fast travel to all the cities. Right, that's a change they made. At least I'm pretty sure it wasn't like that in the original. The Klonkk has been doubled. I hope not. The world can barely handle the one of them. Oh god, why are my fans kicking on so hard? My computer fans just kicked on full blast for a few moments. Gonna harvest some alchemy mushrooms. These will be useful for stamina and magicka potions later. And here's Joffrey.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
I brought you the amulet
This
of
cannot be.
Kings.
No one but the Emperor is permitted to handle the amulet. Let me see it.
No one but the Emperor is allowed to hold the amulet. Let me hold it. Sure thing, buddy.
By the Nine. This is the Amulet of Kings. Who
Oh,
are
Jesus,
you?
his eyes are
How did you
huge.
get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death?
I guess I'll
As
tell him what the
unlikely
Emperor
as
told
your
me.
story sounds, I believe you. Only the strange destiny of Uriel Septim could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings.
Who is the Prince of Destruction? I mean, I know who that is.
His meaning is unclear to me as well. The Emperor seemed to perceive some threat from the demonic world of Oblivion. The Prince of Destruction,
You know, it's
Mehrunes
interesting
Dagon,
that he
is one
uses
of
the
the
word
lords
demonic
of Oblivion.
here, because
but the mortal
in
world is
almost all of
protected from the
other
danger
Elder
of
Scrolls
Oblivion
media,
by
like,
magical barriers.
the word demon doesn't make an appearance because Daedra is what they call them. So it's interesting he calls Oblivion a demonic world right there. I never noticed that before.
I'm not sure. Only the Emperors truly understand the meaning behind the rituals of coronation. The Amulet of Kings is ancient. Saint Alicia herself received it from the gods. It is a holy relic of great power. When an emperor is crowned, he uses the amulet to light the dragon fires at the Temple of the One in the Imperial City.
Actually,
With the
the fact
Emperor
that you
dead
use the
and
word
no new
demonic
heir
means they
crowned,
have some
the dragon fires
concept,
in
or
the
at least
temple will
some,
be dark
the word demon
for the
exists
first
in
time
some
in
form.
centuries. It may be that the dragon
But
fires
with
protected
Daedra
us
being
from a threat
so
that only the Emperor was aware of.
distinct in every other form of documentation, what could be demonic?
I am one of the few who know of his existence. Many years ago, I served as captain of Uriel's bodyguards, the Blades. One night, Uriel called me into his private chambers. A baby boy lay sleeping in a basket. Uriel told me to deliver him somewhere safe. He never told me anything else
sorry
about
for
the
going
baby,
quiet. I'm just trying
but
not
I
to
knew
talk
it
over
was
this
his
guy.
son. From time to time, he would ask about the child's progress. Now it seems that this illegitimate son is the heir to the Septim throne, if he yet lives.
Where can I find Uriel's son?
His name is Martin. He serves Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch, south of here. You must go to Kvatch and find him at once.
I do not know.
If the enemy is aware of his
Gremlini. I know
existence,
they
as seems likely,
re-recorded some
he is in
lines
terrible
and
danger.
just
And
did
please,
audio
let
editing
me
on
know if
others.
there's
I don't
anything
know
you
which
need.
lines in particular.
My resources here are limited, but I will help in any way I can.
He is
I
offering
keep a few
assistance,
things
so
here
let's
in
see
my
what
chest
he's
to
offering.
resupply traveling blades. Help yourself to whatever you need.
Okay, I was kind of hoping he would have iron gloves, not the 3 pieces I'm already wearing. I will take the potions, the scroll, and I guess I'll leave everything else.
Hello.
$2,000 away. Well, time to get some athletics experience. So, looking up real quick on my phone, it looks like Joffrey's lines were not re-recorded. These are like the original audio, just touched up digitally. Yeah, they did it. It's a weird mix of original audio and newly recorded lines. Some of the original audio in Oblivion was pretty rough quality, so I can't blame them. Oh, that stride. That is a man on a mission. Then that means the funny Oblivion line is likely scrapped. Which funny Oblivion line? You talking about the cheese line that somehow has managed to define Sheogorath in every subsequent appearance? Even though he really has nothing to do with cheese? You know, some people have been complaining that the remaster for Oblivion is less vibrant, but I kind of like the fact that the grass is not neon green. Like, the world is just pleasantly green. I don't understand why some people are complaining that it's not, like, super saturated like it was in the original. Oh, we have an enemy.
Yeah!
I do not know why I bothered to cast a protection spell there. Somehow it was missed and put in the game. Oh, I see. Wait, let me do that. One of the NPCs says, wait, let me do that one again, but it wasn't the line. It was just the voice actor talking to the recording people. You know, I would be surprised if they didn't leave that in. Virtuous, the studio that did this remake, very much seemed to like the humor that comes from those kinds of moments. Oh, the Shrine of Sanguine is over here. I guess I'm gonna go grab that as a fast travel point real quick. Athletics increased to 20. Maybe I should get myself some points in agility, even though I'm not going to be using like agility-based weapons, because agility also affects your stamina regen. And I feel like it's taking forever for my stamina to fill back up. I guess I can just make myself a restoration spell that'll regenerate it over time and handle it that way. Oh, he's dead. Let's see, you know what, I think I am just gonna fast travel to Kvatch, because this is boring and I want to keep the stream moving. Oh, there's my computer fans again.
Come on, run while there's still time. The guard still holds the road, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed.
Sir, where's your chin?
God's blood. You don't know, do you? Deidre overran Kvatch last night. There were glowing portals outside the walls.
I am having a hard time visually reading where his chin
itself.
begins.
There was a huge creature, something out of a nightmare.
Seems this guy off to the right is also trying to figure it out.
Blasting fire that swarmed around it, killing. Go and see for yourself. Kvatch is a smoking ruin. We're all that's left. Do you understand me? Everyone else is dead.
Okay.
It was Savlian Matthias. Savlian.
I think I'm gonna leave this guy to his hysteria.
Don't give up. You're not alone. And the chapels and the Elder Council will help us. It just takes time. I just can't sleep.
Well, at least the other orc in the camp besides myself seems to be staying positive. Oh, this is way up here, huh? Ooh, ominous. Oh, those are embers. I thought there was butterflies for some reason. I'm like, what is this, Elden Ring with the scarlet butterflies? Maybe I should stream Elden Ring. I do have it on Steam now. And I do like me that game.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. Stand back, civilian. This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once.
What do you mean this is no place for me? My head is a better weapon than you have.
We lost it.
Yeah, you lost the city. Let me go
if
clonk some demons for you, and I'll be back.
We could, if only. Good luck. It's a brave thing you're doing.
Show me what you got.
Die, cur!
Alright, so looking at the time, I think I'm gonna do the first Oblivion Gate here. And probably call it a stream. We'll pick up on the next story beat after that. Because it seems like, you know, chat's kind of lost momentum. Yeah, this was fun, Gremlin. I am enjoying streaming, if only because it justifies my tendency to talk to myself while I game. Oh,
thank the nine.
You're not a demon.
I never thought
I almost
I'd see
clonked
another
you.
friendly face. The others taken.
Taken to the tower?
I managed to escape, but the others are strewn across the bridge. They took Minion off to
That's
the big
a
tower.
mood.
You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here.
To be honest, I thought about streaming, but I don't really talk much. That's fair. I talk to myself just as a way of staying focused, so it comes a little more naturally to just kind of keep a running narration. But I get it if it's not your thing.
The captain is still holding the barricade? I figured I was the last one left alive. All right. I'll try to get out of here and let the captain know what's going on.
You know what scares me the most about Klonkk here? He doesn't look out of place against this hellscape. I don't think it'd be my thing. It looks pretty fun. Yeah, fun is kind of why I'm doing this. I figure streaming itself can be enjoyable, and if I can help people forget about their troubles for a while, all the better. Klonkk is Daedra confirmed. Klonkk, the Daedric Prince of Klonkk. Maybe Klonkk has some Azerothian orc in him. I'm not sure what that... Is there some, like, lore I'm not aware of with the orcs? Are there demon orcs in Elder Scrolls? Klonkk, the Daedric Prince of Angles. That explains a few things about his noggin. This is a dead end. I'm kind of lost. Oh boy. I knew my sense of direction would catch up with me eventually. Oh, Warcraft. I don't know much about World of Warcraft lore. I probably did at one point, but not so much these days. Ah, rocks! Klonkk's natural enemy. The orcs from Warcraft had a demonic pact. Okay. But I said earlier, Klonkk does not bow to anybody. He wouldn't be making that kind of pact. Quick, use your head to stabilize the path. But I kind of need that to keep going. It looks like there's not really more enemies around here. What is this? Fleshy pod. Sure, I'll stick my arm in that for a topaz. It was a blood pact that passed from the generations. Okay, so it's like the whole Malacath thing. Actually, yeah, I guess the orcs do worship a literal Daedra, so... Oh. What are you doing up there? How did you even get up there? Oh, Lord, where am I? I mean, I'm in Oblivion, but where in Oblivion am I? And I mean that literally. I'm not being a smartass. Where in Oblivion am I actually? That scampered tales of Klonk's angled head he had to see for himself. Well, he got a face full. Oh, is someone shooting fire at me? Where? I heard fire sound effects. Oh, there. Yeah. I don't know how I thought that was gonna hit. You can determine where you are in Oblivion by knowing where you are not. Well, I sure as heck am not in Apocrypha. I can tell you that. There's no books here. Like, I know Mehrunes Dagon's plane is called the Deadlands, but, like... I don't know, I feel like being more specific than plane of the multiverse would be helpful. You know, knowing which reality I'm in doesn't really help me find my way around. Oh, an actual Dremora. He was easier to Klonkk than the scamps. I'm stealing his heart. Here we are, I think. I hope this is the right place. Aren't Dremora supposed to be really powerful? Yeah, that's why it surprised me when I two-shot him. Oh yeah, fun fact about the Atronach birth sign. These magicka essences in Oblivion don't actually help you recover magicka if you take it. Because what they do is they increase your base magicka regen, but that's 0 if you took the Atronach sign. So they just don't actually help you. But everything in here casts magic at you, so you can restore your magic that way with the Atronach sign. Imagine having to look for food in this place. Oh dear God. Yeah, where's the front door? By the fire. Okay, what fire? You know, the big fire. The Bernie one. Oh, hello. Yeah. I ate your spell. Yeah, why did the Dremora just less powerful than ow? Did not eat that one. Yeah, but Dremora seemed to take more damage than the scamps. Why is that? Oh, Jesus. I did not mean to... Oh, God. Maybe rebalancing. Maybe? I don't know. I just feel like the guys wearing armor should be a little beefier. Ooh, healing. Klonkk sees a blood fountain and just takes a sip with no questions. I'm just gonna generally go up and assume that's correct. Deliberately obtuse about the delivery instructions so they can complain to the delivery company for refunds and discounts. Okay, to be fair, sometimes you absolutely need to complain to the delivery company. The other night, I was at work at a hotel, and I had to order delivery because the power was out and I couldn't use the microwave for my lunch. And the delivery guy, I kid you not, he knew it was a hotel. He pulled into the parking lot of a dog washing salon. Says to himself, huh, that's weird, I thought it was a hotel. Asks a random guy in a hoodie that happened to be a similar color to what I had described, hey, you Riley? Yeah, good enough for me, and just hands a random guy my food at a completely different address. So sometimes you need to complain to the delivery company. This was recent, by the way. This was like within the last 48 hours recent.
Over here! Quickly!
Did this corpse just yell at me?
Over here! Quickly!
I'd rather not, sir. You're kind of on fire. I need light in here. There we go.
In the cage! Over here!
Oh, I just heard the voice that's yelling say in the cage, so he's probably up above somewhere. Ascension Hall. You know, maybe I should have questioned what it means by ascension before I pull a lever. Ah. It ascends. The Corpse Smasher ascended. Well, let's see what happens when it goes down. Is Klonkk about to be mashed? It seems the answer is no. Is there anything down here but a couple of scamps? It would seem not. Just a gentle mashing. They're respectful like that. Yeah, you don't want to overmash the potatoes.
In the cage, over here.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to... There is an oddly angled orc. Yes, that is Klonkk. That reminds me. I need to make old-fashioned potato candy. Oh, hi there. Rude. You don't just clonk a man without warning. You tell them you're coming first. Oh, he was yelling. Okay, bye. I'm sure there's something I can do with that guy, but I got the key. Yeah, that Dremora walked up like he was gonna talk to me, and then he just tries to clonk me. And his weapon just did nothing to my head. Alright, now there was a locked door in here, I think. Here we are. Yeah, here we are. Excuse me, Orc, can I interest you in a loud human? Freshly captured. Nah, I'm just here for a key. Ow. What hit me? Oh, spears. Maybe I should turn the difficulty up, just so things actually threaten me. Maybe for the next stream. Okay, these ones I understand. They're unarmored. Ooh. I'll take all that. I'm hearing spellcasting, but I don't know from where. Have I gone anywhere? Okay, this was not here before, so I have moved. Resist disease burgundy shirt. Okay. Thank you for the free magicka. Ooh, I should level up my mysticism magic and make myself a spell to absorb spells to stack on top of my innate absorption. Maybe I can just be immune to magic. For a second, I thought he was going to go over the cliff, and that would have been funny. Oh yeah, the conjuration animations are really good now. Honestly, all the magic animations are pretty good now. And conjuration's absolutely overpowered in this, because on higher difficulties, it turns out anything you summon is completely unaffected by the difficulty change, so your summons are still playing on adept difficulty. Which, compared to the player, makes them absurdly tanky and damaging. So, like, conjuration is the meta for, master difficulty playthroughs. To the point that even non-conjuration builds are still going to take it as a major skill just to abuse the skeleton summon that you get at the start if you do. Bonk. Out of curiosity, what all would my 3 viewers here want to see me stream in the future? I'm down for pretty much anything I'm not gonna get in trouble for streaming. Like Doom the Dark Ages, maybe, or something chill like Pokemon, or like what would people want to see? The meta for playing on higher difficulty is to not play on that difficulty. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, when everything does 6 times damage and you do 1/6 damage, Oh, by the way, taking that thing makes the universe collapse around me. Goodbye, Oblivion. To be honest, anything. I mean, fair. I guess if you're not... I guess if you're just here to chill, it mostly matters that something interesting is on screen. Alright, now. I am going to drop a hard save here. And... Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. The AC just kicked on and blew a bunch of dust up in my face. Alright. So, looking at the time, it's around when I had planned to stop streaming tonight. This is a pretty good moment in the main quest to call it, I think. We're about to meet, you know, one of the major characters in the plot. So, yeah, thank you everyone for coming by the stream. It was fun. I'll definitely be doing this again when I can find the time. And I hope you all have a great day.